How to clutch up in hardpoint. Yo YouTube everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys what to do in hardpoints when the game's getting out of reach, things are getting intense, and you just want to change the pacing up to win the game. Starting off, this is a Crimson lobby, so the lobby was quite difficult, but we're going to kind of clutch up near the end. Let's get right into the breakdown. Starting off on the P1, going to watch this right lobby area, just make sure we got that area secured, and what I'm trying to do is just get a kind of gauge for the map, see where my teammates are going to be positioned, and basically just push through and try to flip the spawns early on. So we're doing a good job of that. Now, nobody was on the hill there, so I decided to push through and try to get the spawn to P2. We get a massive kill, and now I'm going to turn around because I know where they're going to be spawning. They're going to be spawning on the right hand side, so we go through, we manage to get a two-piece, and we get traded. But that's okay, considering we spawn on the other side of the map, we'll actually take that, because now we're setting up for P2 on the good side. So you see we're going to spawn quite close to the rotation, going to push through, my teammates all get the kills, 3 go down, and I'm just going to push through and try to be effective here on the right hand side. So I'm going to chuck a stun over. Now while that stun is doing the work, I'm going to get into a power position, and this is it. This is the spot you want to be. On P2, you want to be in the lobby here, and there's a few ways it can come from. The first way is going to be the left hand side, so we're going to go through, we're going to chuck a grenade over, and make sure we're just using this kind of area to snake it, push through. And I noticed that somebody snuck through, right? So I'm going to back off, try to help my teammates, because the main thing here is to hold this side of the map. Now my teammate's in lobby, we're just going to essentially replace him, watch his backside here, make sure no one flanks me. Now I never really stand on that plant there to watch the back, so I decided to try it out, and the only problem there was I was so much more visible for the opponent, and he got a great angle to take me out. So with 30 seconds in, we actually managed to get a bit of time there, but unfortunately we did get broken. We're going to push through. I managed to get one. The nade comes in, and I'm going to try to get across, but I think my teammate stuck me there, which was unfortunate. 20 seconds left here. Now this game, again, back and forward to the wire right now. I feel like so far it's been okay, but I don't think a team's really had a setup advantage. So what we want to try doing this next hill is try to push through and get the setup. Now I thought I played a good play there by jumping off into their spawn, but there was actually a player already rotated. Now I've been reviewing a lot of subscriber gameplays, right? And one thing I noticed was in the lower lobbies, you can see if you don't rotate, you don't actually get punished because you can break through the front. But as you're noticing in this Crimson lobby, although I rotated by myself, right, there was 3 people on the rotation at 20 seconds. What that means is if you're not going to rotate properly, you're definitely going to get punished in the higher end of the lobby. So you have to be careful, and that's what we're trying to do now. Push through. I got one. I tried to get an angle on the second guy, but didn't quite work out, and they just did a great job of getting that initial setup. So I think our biggest problem here was just not rotating early enough. I rotated by myself, but again, because I was by myself, wasn't much to work with. We go through, we get one, the second guy's in the hill, we make him one shot, and there's just too many people to deal with here in the hill. So I'm going to push through the side, and I'm thinking, right, if I can go through the front here and start to rotate, we're going to let them have the last 15 to 20. Obviously that's not ideal, but if we chalk it up and get the new hardpoint, we could be back in the game. Now the biggest thing you guys want to do in this situation is make sure to keep the game as close as possible, right? If they're going to get the advantage, they're going to get those early rotations, you want to make sure to do the same thing on the next hill. So although we're down by 25 points, I'm not going to panic, right? I'm going to go through, go to the next rotation, and see if we can clutch up on this next one. So I'm going to push through. I'm on a great head glitch now. I didn't have a trophy system there because I'm trying to play the aggressive AR role, and what that means for me is I prefer to use a dead silence in this map. And I've had some negative comments saying, why don't I run a trophy system? I'm being selfish. And yes, I do agree to an extent that it would benefit the team more, but I think for my individual playstyle, the way I like to play with an assault rifle, I sometimes like the dead silence more, and it does depend on the map. Sometimes I switch it up, but sometimes I do prefer the dead silence. So right now I'm going to push through. We managed to get a 2-piece, and I'm just going to watch over from a weird angle. So I'm going to use my grenade to watch the bottom area, and I'm essentially going to watch this whole bottom area. And as you can see from the scoreboard, we're only down by 15. We get a massive kill. They're going to pre-aim the right, and this is where I'm going to start to rotate. So with 20 seconds left, we're going to push through. I'm making one shot. Now, although I didn't get the kill, my teammate is able to get the trade, and we've done such a good job of holding that hill. So it's a constant trend right now. What you're seeing is the team that's rotating is effectively going to get the setup and get the majority of the time. So we're going to go through now. I'm going to play a credit corner, watch over, and this is just a gunfight I need to be winning. But again, against good players like that, if I'm missing a few shots, they're 100% going to capitalize. Great play from them. Nothing much to say about that. Just some poor shots from myself. But now it's time to push through the right-hand side, and what you want to do in this situation is wait for your teammates and try to pinch through different angles. So while my teammate's going in, I'm going to try to jump through, and I think that was just a mistimed opportunity for myself. You see, I was a bit difficult there. I was trying to wait for my teammates. I didn't end up jumping on the right time. I ended up jumping by myself, and you can see I was essentially, again, by myself, not much to work with. My teammates there, we go through, we get one. The second guy's out in a different angle, and it's just so difficult to break. Against a team like this, against a Crimson lobby, it's just so difficult to break kills. Sometimes when they've got a full setup, you're better off chalking it up and starting the rotation early. But I don't know what happened there, but luckily we spawned close to the hill. Things worked to our side. We're going to go through. I'm by myself here. 20 seconds left here. Just going to preempt the head glitch, and there's just so many people around me. 2 versus 2. We're going to push through. The nade goes in. We're going to try to finish this guy off, and luckily enough, we managed to take him out with a grenade, and I'm going to get those 10 seconds. Now, in the grand scheme of things, those 10 seconds won't really matter too much, but in terms of the game right now, that's what's stopping us from going, you know, 20, 30 points down. Those 10 seconds there is actually going to keep the game to a 10-second lead, so that's okay. We can work with that. I'm going to push through kitchen, and I want to basically go through kitchen to get the spawn. So we spot one, we get some really good shots. Now what I was trying to do there, and to be honest, if he didn't hit the headshot, I probably would have been successful, right, is as I was shooting him, I wanted to drift away from the stairs so that what I can essentially do is just land on the floor without dying, but while making him one shot. So I tried to do that. It didn't quite work out how I wanted, just because the guy got some good headshots. But we're going to do the same thing. Going to go through again. We get some good shots off, and this is what I tried to do. I tried to play my life, play a bit more careful, chuck some equipment up there, let my teammates push through, and essentially watch over them with the assault rifle. So 25 seconds left. We've given them so much time here. We want to make sure we're getting at least 20 seconds there just to bring the game back to an even scoreboard again. So you're going to go through. There's a guy there. There's 2 people on the hill. Just trying to watch over, just trying to get as many shots as I can. Again, we make the guy weak, and we've done an okay job there, right? We're going to get about 10 seconds, but overall that hard point definitely wasn't a favorable one. We went down by about 40 seconds from that hill. So I'm going to push through middle now, and P1 is generally quite scrappy, so I'm not really expecting a lot of time here, but obviously we just let them have so much time there. So I'm trying to get on the hill, trying to work something here, trying to make sure we can get a bit of time. We're going to push through. I was just predicting the spawns there, so we were able to get one. I don't know how that guy killed me, man. Great play from him. Just some really good shots there. I wasn't expecting him to gun me from there, but fair play. He's managing to take me out. We're going to go up the stairs again. My teammates get 3 piece. Going to push through. We take out one, turn around, and it's just all about the trades. But because the opponent's having so much mid-map control, it's just really difficult to get back into this game. So what do we do? What do we do in this situation, right? One thing's for sure is we need to just like kind of just think about, assess the situation and say, why are we losing? And I think the main reason we're losing is because we're not able to hold the hill. I feel like my opponents, once they've got a hill, so not hold, so we're not able to break the hill. Once my opponent has a setup, I feel like it's impossible for us to break the hill. Now there's 2 solutions to that. One is to just rotate even earlier and not even, you know, let them have the opportunity to hold it, or the second one is to work on our breaks. So what I'm trying to do now is a bit of both, where I'm trying to hold the spawns at the same time I'm trying to break the hill by myself, so that when my teammates come, we have a better kind of chance of breaking it. So I'm going to push through. I get one, and now this is a great opportunity to go behind the stairs, sneak up on him, and there you go. I've actually managed to get a 2-piece. So while my teammates are pushing through the front of the hill now, I'm going to push through the side. We go through, we get a 2-piece, going to back off, play these stairs here, and we're just trying to bait him in, trying to wait for him. We're going to jump around the corner with a close jump. We spot him on the right hand side, so we're going to dive across. We actually managed to get another kill. The 3rd guy's there. We turn around, the last guy's there, and just like that, we actually were able to break the hill. So just to kind of dissect what we did there, right? We started off from the back. We were able to get a 2-piece. We took our time. We went round, and just like that, we're actually able to break the hill. Now, not only are we should be able to take the lead here, we're also going to have like a 10 to 15 second cushion, which will be amazing going into the P3. And considering we went into this hill losing, this is a really good turnaround. We didn't have the spawns, we didn't really have anything there, but 15 seconds go, my teammate does die. We are by ourselves there. Now we're just going to start to rotate. So we don't mind them having 10 seconds there, as long as we can get the rotation. Now, this is what I keep talking about. As long as we can keep the score quite similar, and we just get 1 or 2 rotations ahead, we should be good to go now. The game's basically even, down by about 14, 15 points here. Gonna go through, gonna watch the side door, and I'm just trying my best to play for these spawns. So what I'm gonna do is go through the back, and as I mentioned, you know, we really want to prioritize a rotation. I got caught out mid dolphin dive there, so although I had the right intention, the execution just wasn't quite there. But FPS Demon is on an absolute tear with a 3-piece. The guy was frying all game long. Shout out to him. He goes through. My teammates there. We're gonna watch him go up the stairs here, and what I'm gonna do now is just watch the back stairs, watch this side door, and just try to get as much time as possible. So we're gonna go slowly, gonna jump around the corner. I don't actually see anybody, which is fine. I'm happy with that. So we're gonna go through the front. My teammates go 3 down. Gonna watch through. We spot one. We try and make him weak. We're gonna chuck a grenade on the left. Now, although I didn't get a kill with that grenade, I feel like that grenade just did enough damage just to kind of push them through and make them kind of go into the choke spot. So we're gonna push through. My teammates get a 3-piece. They're watching the old hard point, and now it's all about the rotation. I'm just watching middle map here because waiting for my teammates is quite crucial here. Because if I go by myself, I'm probably dead. You see a guy on the right, so we're gonna peek up here, take our time. We've got a grenade to work with, so let's cook it to the right hand side. And now I know there's a trophy system there. That guy's gonna be a lot more alert, and there you go. He manages to take me out. So a few different ways we could have played it. What I could have done is waited for my teammate to push. Instead, I pushed quite separately, and that did make it a 1 versus 2. But we're gonna push through. My teammate breaks the hill. Gonna watch the side door here. And again, this is such a scrappy situation right now. So what we want to try to do is try to get the advantage any way we can. There's a guy on the left. We're gonna go through. We take him out, and now it should be a 3 versus 2. We're gonna push through. We make the guy 1 shot, and it's all about the aggression here. Can we take charge here? I don't really know because we're up by 20 points, but we are getting the bad spawns. But as I say, play that. My teammates go absolutely massive. They get a 3-piece, and now it's all about the pressure. Can we apply the pressure? We're going to push through to go down. I'm going to watch the front here with 25 seconds left here. This is amazing. If we can get like 10 more seconds here, we should be good to go. And I get absolutely gunned, man. So I wasn't playing great this game, I'll be honest. This wasn't my best game, but in terms of what I was providing to the team, I feel like my rotations and my positioning was on point. But in terms of my gun skill, I was losing a lot of 1v1s that I shouldn't be losing. We're going to go through, we take out one, and I want you to notice a tracking here. So I noticed he was pushing through the left, so I'm going to chuck a stun, chuck a grenade, and while that stun and nade's going to go through, we're going to predict the third guy. Now please tell me how that knife didn't connect. I thought that was a great play from myself. I don't know how the knife didn't connect, I'll be honest with you. But we're in a good position now. We only need 30 seconds. We know they're going to be playing very, very aggressive, so we're going to go through, and that's just some terrible timing, man. My timing is all over the place right now. That was just quite unfortunate. It's one of those high risk, high reward plays, because if I chuck the stun and the stun goes through, we're literally chilling there with an easy kill. We're going to push through. We're going to let the guy push me, but he has the SMG. He gets a camera on me, was able to take me. Actually, he has an AR, so just good shots from him, to be fair. That guy's been gunning me all game long. But 30 seconds left, right? What I'm doing is I'm looking at the scoreboard. Now, they can't really win from this. They can get very, very close, but they can't win. So what I'm going to do is push one more time, and as soon as this push is done, we're going to make sure to prioritize the rotation. We spot one in the distance, going to pre-fire him, and look what I mean. I don't know how these guys were kidding me, but I was getting gunned this game. So fair play to my opponents. They were absolutely cracked, and not much more I could do about that. So we're going to go through middle here. We spot them. We're going to chuck a nade, and this is where I'm going to go through the catwalk and make sure that nobody's pushing through our spawns. So you want to back off here. You want to make sure you're not getting too over aggressive. And what I'm going to do is look at the minimap and see what area is empty. So there's one guy on the old hard point, one guy in the middle that I just noticed. We're going to get him one shot, keep him there, and now we're going to watch our flank. So I'm going to chuck a stun there, watch his area, and I'm essentially going to watch the flank for the rest of the 10 seconds and just make sure nobody can push the hill, push through. And this is a great play. We're going to turn around. My teammates get a 3-piece. I spot the last guy in a second, and overall just a great play. We're able to clutch up in a game we probably shouldn't have won, but shout out to FPS Demon. The guy was insane, dropping 3 minutes and the most kills in the lobby. I mean, without him we'd probably lose a game, so shout out to him. Hope you guys did enjoy that video. That is how you win, even when you're not playing too well. Make sure to prioritize rotations and try to do the basics for your team to set them up for victory. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.